Mpenzi mtazamaji, ni takriban majuma mawili kuingia debeni kuwania kiti cha urais katika chuo kikuu cha Mombasa. Hivi leo mimi na Brenda tumemtembelea Mheshimiwa Chilli Chris kutoka chuo kikuu cha Mombasa anayewania urais katika chuo hiko. Mimi naitwa Lijuzi, shabiki wa elimu na ujuzi kutoka Lijuzi TV.
Brenda Magio from Tumo Radio representing Tumo TV.
Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa, asante sana kutukaribisha. Tumetanisika sana kufika kwako nyumbani. Labda tuko manufaa, mpenzi mtazamaji, utajitambulisha.
Kwa majina ni Chris Chilli Chris, fourth year taking Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering.
Mimi naitwa Lijuzi, shabiki wa elimu na ujuzi. Nitakuwa na kuuliza baadhi tu ya maswali kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, kisha Brenda atauliza katika lugha ya King'eng'e. Labda swali langu la kwanza tu ni nini kilichokuhamasisha kuchagua kuwa mwanasiasa katika chuo kikuu cha Mombasa?
Mwanzo kabisa tunapokuja shule tunakuja kujumuika kwa mambo mengi. Si masomo tu, bali tunafaa kujumuika na mambo mengine ambayo baada ya masomo yetu yatapata kutunufaa. And that's why I got into politics as another basic thing. We get into institution, we want that when we leave the institution in the next 4 or 5 years, we get out when we are fully baked. We want to get out as fully baked politicians, as fully baked academicians and all through.
And thank you, Mr. President. As for my question is, as the presidential candidate aspirant, you're standing to represent the whole school as an institution. So my question is, what are your plans to support faculty development to ensure academic excellence in the whole institution?
First of all, thank you so much for that question. Faculty development, that takes me back to the institution level, whereby we have the 5 faculties. I'll specifically talk about about engineering as a school, yes. Or rather as a faculty. My basic structure in my government, as from in 2 weeks' time, is to ensure that our labs are well equipped, and the issues in the applied department, specifically maths and physics department, I want to ensure that the academic issues and all that is lagging behind in that department are really solved all through. I think with that I'll work closely with the school representatives in the next phase of 2.
Labda Mheshimiwa, swali jingine tu hapa, unajisaidiaje, unafaidikaje kujua kuhusu masuala yanayohusisha mwanafunzi kiuchumi, kimasomo na hata kijamii?
Kwanza kabisa jambo hilo linanifaa kwa mambo mengi. Kwanza kabisa pale ambapo ninapopata nafasi kujumuika ama kurepresent wanafunzi wenzangu pale kwa Senate, najipata kujijenga kijinsia, kinafsi, hata pale ninapoweza kuji-express extensively to the Senate, to the people I talk around. I get to get so much outside exposure and development of personal, interpersonal skills, and also into another bigger extent, the wider picture in relation with the external affairs.
Labda tu kiuchumi, unaona utamfaidishaje mwanafunzi wa TUM kiuchumi?
Kiuchumi, mwanzo kabisa you have to take into consideration the number of students hustling. You know, comrades are really taking a lot of issues into consideration. A number of comrades who are hustling in the institution, either internally or externally, for the matters of their school fees. I'll ensure they are empowered at personal level in relation with the external business opportunities and the business people around. Actually, that's why we are coming up with a modern student center, so that we empower the students there socially and economically.
And Mr. President, for my question, as a presidential aspirant, you're the one who is representing our institution, and you're the one who's taking care of the students at Technical University of Mombasa if you will become the president. So my concern, since we've had so many insecurities around, we've seen on television so many students being killed, what specific steps will you take to address campus safety and security concerns?
Our security concern is a major issue, as you've stated, affecting comrades all through. I'm made to understand that comrades get to Mombasa to get academic certificate and not the certificate, and therefore to me security is a priority. In relation to that, I'll really put into consideration the external links with the security, internal security personnel and external security personnel, so that each and every security is safeguarded in their respective areas of residence. Be it in Kisauni, KC, comrade safety must be one priority.
Na mtazamaji, tumewasikia wakituambia kwamba wameuza sera zao, na labda tu swali kwa mheshimiwa kulingana na sera ambazo tumewasikia wale wanaowania kiti cha urais, zile ambazo wameuza. Labda tu swali kwako Mheshimiwa Chris. Ni maeneo gani ya sera zako unayopenda zaidi na kwa nini?
Jambo la kwanza tunapokuja shuleni, jambo la kwanza kabisa ni akademia. Kwa hivyo in my sector, in my agendas, academics have the first priority.
Okay, Mr. President, as a lady, I'd like to ask this question. In your institution, you have both ladies and male students. So my question is, what is your strategy of addressing and preventing instances of discrimination and harassment on campus, specifically on ladies?
In TUMSA, we have 8 positions.
Yes.
And one of them is gender and special needs. The only solution to that is to empower the gender and special needs secretary. And that will give us the solution and bring an end to the harassment of ladies.
Labda tu mpenzi mtazamaji, kabla tukunje jambi mahojiano haya na Mheshimiwa Chili Chris, swali langu la mwisho tu kwake ni kwamba ungependa kutoa ushauri gani kwa viongozi wanaowania kiti hiki cha urais kama wewe, na vile vile kwa wale ambao wanatarajia kuwania kulingana na uzoefu wako?
Mwanzo kabisa, as a student leader and incoming president, I really want to caution our opponents against use of violence against students. Actually, it's a great concern that some of the students are injured as a matter of this politics, and you are just 2 weeks away from the election. And therefore, my number one caution is that the opponents must be ready to lose this election, but they must do that in the most honorable manner. They must be ready to lose it honorably. And in that, they must do it peacefully without violence. For the upcoming leaders, as I'll be exiting office, it's my wish that they look into the steps of the outgoing leaders, specifically I, being that I'll be outgoing next year, so that we put the right government into place without discrimination of any person. I would really extend a hand of greatness to any other upcoming leader.